Here's the question when you go up against Detroit, you have to ask, can we score 30 against them? And not that many teams are capable of doing it.
But right now, there is no question they're the best team in the NFC.
Really good opponent. They play hard, physical, they're violent, aggressive, finish on the ball. So it's be a good matchup.
One play at a time. It starts up front tonight. Throw that ball to person beside.
He dropped it in the basket, 14 to the house. What a throw that time by Jared Goff. Amon-Ra spinning and making the catch. That is a big-time slam of the door by this defense. Lions bring a late blitz, sneaky and chase. Love throw, picked up the line. Kirby Joseph, left side. He's gonna go, baby. Touchdown, Detroit Lions. Wow, how big is that?
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Woodward Sports Pregame Show. My name is Neil Rule, that guy, Sean Belizean. We're live at Hayes Social. The crowd's starting to make their way in now. Everyone enjoying some very fine Eagles Cowboys on this screen. We'll get to all that, everybody. Sean Belizean, Sunday Night Football. I used to pray for times like this.
Oh, my gosh. And you know what's funny? It shows you how you changed in life, too, because you used to walk into a great place like this and kind of scope the females in here. You know what I do now? I find myself scoping the table, and I'm like, Neil, look at that dude's pizza over there. How good does that pizza look? I mean, but that's how life has changed. But, no, you know what? You're right. And here's the beautiful thing about a night like tonight, my friend. The Lions are the hunted.
They are.
Everybody wants the Lions. You're going to get the Texans' best shot. Now, all of a sudden, they're talking about how, you know what, we can make a statement if we go out and beat the Detroit Lions. Have things changed?
No, they absolutely have. We got Pete Spivak in the building. We got JB Smoove out here. You know, we bring in the heavy hitters, bottom line heavy hitters. Peter?
Yes, sir.
You got a parlay for the people, right? The fantasy thing, you know,
we're ready to go with a parlay, baby. Absolutely got one for the fans out there. Coming up later.
I love it, Pete Spivak. No, but you guys know how this stuff works right now. We're starting off. Just get your thoughts out there. Just get your thoughts out there in the chat. Sean will tell you what he's looking for. I'll tell you what I'm looking for. And, Sean, for me, this is very, very simple here tonight. The show goes on.
Yep.
The show goes on. My answer is the same. I'm sorry I don't have something nuanced for the people out there and matchups and Nico Collins is playing and Tank Dell. If the Lions play good football, they win. Period. Sorry, Sean. Oh, see you guys later.
I hate hearing you say that because I feel the exact same way. They are the better team. I don't know what else they have to do. And what's interesting is Neil, I think the fan base is getting to a point right now. Remember, we used to have to talk people off the ledge all the time. We had to talk, dude, don't worry about it. Don't worry. We don't hear many naysayers anymore. You notice that? You really, I mean, they come here or there, and maybe they'll show up for a game. Or to our credit, now, did I think they would lose? No. But I go back to the Tampa game where I was like, this one worries me a little bit. Now, again, I'm not saying I called it because I didn't. I thought the Lions would win. But you have moments like that. But we don't hear people in mass and certainly talking heads like you and I sitting back going, I don't like this one. I got a bad feeling about this one. We don't hear that anymore. And again, I go back to the credit line this franchise has and what this team is doing. And it's not based in bull crap, and it's not based in talk. It's based in real outcomes, week after week after week of going out there and imposing your will on the opposition.
That's it, man. I mean, again, I got nothing else for you guys. The roster's complete. I expect them to win every single week. No, Zadarius Smith is out tonight. He will not play tonight, the newest addition to the Lions, which is kind of a buzzkill. I'm not going to lie to you. I equate this. When I heard the news that Zadarius Smith was not playing, I equate that to New Year's Eve when my wife walks in the room and says, all right, we're done here. You know. Every married man is watching this show right now. You know.
100%. That's why
and you're feeling it. You just got done with some shots or whatever. You're like, this is a lot of fun. And you hear the footsteps, and you know.
There's usually some good bowl game on in the background or something.
Right.
It's like,
You know.
Can I watch the last 7 minutes? No.
We're leaving.
Right? That's
Bye.
right. It's the new walk of shame. It really is.
It 100%
you
is.
walk out, you have no choice in the matter.
No, you have no choice. Jump into that Woodward Sports chat thread, Anakin Skygore. I'm here from the home movie theater. So people got the pregame show on the home movie theater, Sean. What a time to be alive.
That's
man.
awesome. No, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you.
John effing Lord, do you remember when people said the Jets would make the playoffs? Pepperidge Farms remembers. This is, by the way, when we go around the NFC North, get your Bear fans, get your Bear fan friends, tell them to tune in. Tell them to tune in. Tell them to tune in. We're going to have some fun. So please get your Bear fan. And Vikings fans, don't think I've forgotten you. Hey, cool win, bro. Cool win.
Cool win, bro.
No, the man. We'll get there. I can't fire all the bullets at once.
I'm going to confess a secret crush to you as well. You know, I think you're the only one out here. I'm going to write a love letter tonight. There's somebody in the National Football League who brings me joy, and I need to confess my love for him. Like,
Sean,
publicly.
you've talked about writing letters to a lot of people across the NFL. We got to get the quill with the feather and the little ink tank, and get you that yellowed paper, and you'll write in very, very neat calligraphy.
My dearest Bears.
Yeah.
That's my first letter. My dearest Bears. You need to know, and I'm going to be the guy that tells you.
The Bears.
But I will confess my crush later. I have a strong crush right now, and it's funny. My buddies, we all have different group texts, right?
Yes.
And one of my buddies said to me, just a second ago, do you think ... And I'll get to that question. And I was like, yes, I do think that, So we'll get to that, I promise.
Oh, the Bears.
I love the Bears
I
so
love
much.
them so as well. Xavier D, LFG, Vincent E. I'm so effing ready for this game 100. No, we all are, man. This is bright lights, big cities, pretty ladies, the nature boy. Like, that's what I feel like right now, man.
I hate, can I tell you this, though? I hate, especially when there's a meaningless game on right now, I hate this waiting until the kickoff, though. It really is. And, Neil, you know this about broadcasting a game. You do all this preparation for a particular game. You get to the arena, the stadium, the rink, whatever the case may be, and then there's this period of time about an hour before the game where you're just like, come on, let's go.
Yeah, the haze in the
ready.
barn. Yeah.
Everybody's ready. The haze in the barn.
Yep,
That's great.
right.
We're at Hey Social, by the way. But all jokes aside, that's where I'm at right now. But the Dallas Cowboys are providing more joy for me. So if we want to let this go for another quarter, I'm pretty cool with that too.
Woodward Sports chat thread, Art Vandelay, toasting you, Neil and Sean, with the single barrel Old Forester. Oh,
baby.
Baby. I'm on the Angels' envy.
I got one of those big boys at home. That is a solid drink.
No question about it. Paul Thomas, Bears have a losing record. They do. No, they don't.
Really?
I
was told.
No, we'll get there. I guess, Sean, in the interest of, staying true to the game, I don't have a lot of nuance in my breakdown. My breakdown tonight is the same as my breakdown last week.
Yep.
It's the same as the Minnesota Vikings breakdown. It's the same. It won't be the same as like the Jacksonville breakdown because they don't have to have the fastball to beat them. But it will be the same as San Francisco, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Lions play well, they win. There's no roster that's comparable to theirs. There's no GM that's comparable to theirs. There's no financial setup that's comparable to theirs. If you guys want to get in the nuts and bolts, we can. My favorite is Steph Diggs as a $16 million cap hit next year to not play on a void year. That's my favorite for the Texans. But I digress. We'll get there. Sean, the football side of it. I know we hear about Joe Mixon, and I know we hear about C.J. Stroud. But for my money, Sean, C.J. Stroud ain't the same C.J. Stroud. Yesterday's C.J. Stroud is not today's C.J. Stroud. I'm not nuanced enough to put my finger on it. I'll defer to someone like you.
No, you know what? It's a great.
Give me the why.
Is it sophomore slump? I mean, how many times have we signed?
Is it? There's tape. That's my favorite.
There's tape. I love that. That's such a great bit. No, is that part of the equation? I don't know. I agree with what you're saying. The flip side to that is, and we talked about that with Stick last week. Okay, you look at the rest of the schedule. And it's hard to find a loss. It is. It's hard to find a loss. Now,
Darren McCarty in the house, what up?
Football League, knowing the National Football League, chances are they're going to mix in another L or two, okay? But you know what you need to do? Neil, you have to have a team's best shot. Like, C.J. Stroud is going to have to be rookie season C.J. Stroud. All those variables have to come into play if you want to knock off the Detroit Lions. That's the reality of the situation right now. So I don't want to sound like suddenly cocky Lion fan because, guys, we've had a reason to be cocky for quite some time, and all they've done is build on that with their performances the last few weeks. But that's the reality of the situation. It takes a Herculean effort. It takes the Texans going to a level that they haven't done. And it goes both ways because, you quoted Ric Flair earlier. I'll quote him here. To be the man, you got to beat the man.
Right.
And all of a sudden, the Lions are the man. They are. The Lions are the man.
That's not your opinion.
No.
That's verifiable. They are the number 1 seed in the NFC. I'm not making that shit up. That is 100% verifiable. Go on.
And I don't think it's close right now. I really don't. When I look at the pecking order in the NFC, I think there's one,
the
two.
Rest.
Right. I mean, really, that's what it is. So you know you're going to get every team's best effort. So I'm not going to sit here and say that they're going to finish 16-1 or anything like that. But in order for somebody to knock them off, it's going to be their best effort. Does Houston have a best effort in them? Well, we haven't seen it this year. I was in shock when I watched that game against the Vikings a few weeks back. I'm not joking.
That was Stroud's worst game as a pro.
I was like, what the hell happened? This was an exciting team, and C.J. Stroud was the exception to an overall rule. Rookie quarterbacks aren't supposed to do that in the National Football League. I was in shock over that. But obviously, listen, the record is what it is. They're still a good team. The Lions are better. It's that simple.
Woodward Sports chat thread, Steve DeYoung. Neil, any word on which side of the O-line Penei Sewell will be on tonight? I have not heard. Peter, do we know?
We do not know yet, but I will look that up.
Okay, cool. So we
get my sources.
As of now, we do not know. And and Steve, like, look, I'm a level with you guys, right? Like, I just came in here talking a whole lot of Yang and stuff like that. It makes it all the more incredible that I can sit here and look you in the eye and say, we don't know which side of the offensive line Penei Sewell is playing on tonight, and the show goes on.
Isn't that funny?
Zadarius Smith just traded for him. He's not playing tonight. The show goes on.
Yep.
Taylor Decker is out, not playing. Probably part of the most elite tackle combo in the NFL, pound for pound. The show goes on. Sean, I'm past it. And, like, if they did lose tonight, I don't point to that and say, well, this didn't play and they didn't play and he didn't play and all of that. They are deep enough. I expect the show to go on. Now, I am with you. They will lose 2 to 3 more games this year.
Yeah.
They will. I can't sit here and point to it. They'll lose one. They'll lose one that – well, seriously. And one of them will be – you'll scratch your head and go, how'd they lose that game?
100%.
Because that happens in this league. Unless you're playing the Jaguars and you're Sam Darnold.
I'm praying it's not at Soldier Field. I am. I'm for personal reasons because I hate the Bears with everything inside of me.
But that reeks of it, doesn't it?
Oh,
and you know it.
We saw it last year.
Yeah, and you know it.
That was the game, if you remember, okay, people were worried about Thanksgiving, but the Bears game is when people started to go, uh-oh. Forget about making news.
Hey, hold on, Sean. I'm sorry to interrupt.
All right.
There's a Cowboys fan over there at the bar. That just got up in his seat and then, like, walked around in a circle and now is standing there looking blankly at the TV with his hands, with his arms folded like this, and he doesn't even know that we're talking about him.
Can
right
you
now.
imagine?
You see, like,
Okay,
look at
can you
now he's got his
imagine?
hands on the bar like this, and he's almost like suggesting, how do we get to this?
It is
So it's come to this.
It's come to this.
like literally, but here's the problem, okay?
Now he's like, it seems like he's asking, he's like leaned in and he grabbed the drink aggressively.
This has been an ongoing bit for 20 years, man. Like,
I'm sorry. I hijacked you.
But you know what I'm saying? Neil, like, why would you be like, I almost want to go put my arm around him and go
give
can
him a
we have
hug.
a talk, friend? I'll even buy you a drink.
Give him a hug,
okay?
dude.
And just go, you know this isn't new.
You've done this for 3 decades.
Like Jerry Jones is a promoter. He's not a general manager.
Yeah.
He's a promoter. And props to him. He's made a shitload of money. He has. Give him props. Give him his love.
Guys, got the inactives.
Okay.
Just popped up. Zadarius Smith, official. Taylor Decker, official. Malcolm Rodriguez, Lauren Strickland, Colby Sorsdahl, Christian Mahogany, and Giovanni Manu, all inactive.
So no surprises.
Yes, no surprises,
no surprise.
but that just officially came down.
No
All right.
surprise.
Woodward Sports chat thread, jump into there. Picasso, it's never just another game. It's another challenge for a worthy opponent. Saleh the Viking, Skull fan, rooting for the Texans tonight. They ain't losing in those cool
Guys,
uniforms.
I have more inactives.
Oh, yeah.
I have the Houston Texan inactives. Nico Collins is out tonight.
Oh, so breaking news,
Yes,
no Nico
no
Collins
Nico Collins
tonight.
tonight. He is out.
Hey, you hate to see it.
And I do not see Tank Dell's name here, so that means that he is playing,
Full
but he will be
participant.
playing Hurts. Miles Bryant, the cornerback, running back Damian Pierce, defensive end Will Anderson Jr., linebacker Jamal Hill, and tackle Zach Thomas, all out for the Houston Texans, boys, so they are hurting.
Okay, so there you go. And you know what? So what?
So what?
So what?
Smoke them.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, C.J. Stroud brought Make-A-Wish Foundation kid Oliver. God bless you, but Oliver,
Hey,
you're about
boo
to
that
see
kid.
you're about to see
See Pete's shirt.
But I'm sorry,
shirt.
you know.
Where's the shirt? Does
I'm,
that, you
I'm
got
kidding.
it?
I'm
Okay.
kidding, everybody. I'm kidding. Everybody calm down.
Kidding. I'm kidding. Jesus.
Back to Saleh the Viking, though, that's here right now. Hey, real talk. I was going to save this for later, but you're here right now, and you jumped in the chat. Hey, real talk. How you feeling? Your guy, Sam Darnold, right? You told me about him. He's playing good football, good enough for this team to win. How you feeling about that? 3 picks, no tutties. You won at Jacksonville, but guess what? When we rolled into town, you got your lunch money took. Straight took. How you feeling about it for real? How do you think they're feeling about it, Sean? I hate that we're doing this now, but, hey, I read and react.
You know what? I try to be the voice of reason in this conversation.
You do.
I do. And they got off to a great start. Do I think they are legitimate? No. Do I think that they are a first-round exit regardless of who they play?
If they get
Yes. But I still believe they're going to get in. I do.
Okay.
You can't get off to that start and miss a playoff, right? You can't.
Well, I mean, they've done it before.
You can't, right? You
can. You
right?
can. We have data on it, yes.
You can't, right?
You can't do it twice.
No.
You'd say it like
Legitimately, I think that they're going to get in. I think they're probably going to keep out a more worthy team, and I think that they're a first-round exit.
So in the long run, they will help us. Hey, Minnesota, remember this, Vikings fans. We're putting you out in the street right now. You're working for us. Report back with the tribute.
Oh, my God. The tribute.
Bring it back. And it better be here by Sunday night at midnight.
And you better not short me. Don't ask for an extension. I need that money, okay? Give me a break. No, I mean, Neil, seriously, you're 7-2. You're 7-2. You got 8 games left, okay? You go 3-5. You go 3-5, which is a shit show, okay? You're still 10 wins. You're going to get in the playoff, right?
Yeah, sure. And as you said, you're going to keep somebody worthy
Yes.
out. You're going to
Right.
keep someone who could be a threat. You know, maybe the 49ers or whatever. Maybe you would do that. But remember that, Vikings fans. You work for us now.
Boy, did the Niners save themselves today, too. That's another one.
Yeah.
Sweet.
No, it was. We'll get into all of it, though, as everything played itself out. But again, we just broke down all the inactives for you. No Nico Collins for the Texans. I'm not going to cry for you. I don't care. I don't care at all.
Been there way too many times in my life, man. Sorry. It's a National Football League. Nobody's going to feel sorry for you.
Yeah. Mike Go. Neil going off on the Vikings. Neil, be careful. That chick might punch you again. You were here when I told that story, right?
What happened?
No.
I'm intrigued.
Yeah, what happened?
So this was late 90s, early 2000s. I was in a different place in my life at the time. Like when I went to football games, I was in a different place.
I can relate.
You guys say that I have like tone, right?
Sure.
We beat them in a game they had no business losing to us. And there in front of us was the obligatory Vikings fan, the female and the male with the Viking horns, the yellow braids. You know.
Oh,
you know them well.
I do.
So, just chirping the whole time, just chirping. And when it was over, when it became official, I said, I can't believe that you guys just lost to us. I probably can't believe it more than you don't believe it. What?
No, this is good. No.
She turns around.
I don't think you said anything inflammatory.
No,
though.
no,
I mean,
he
that's the
didn't.
reality.
He didn't.
She turns around and she goes, I'm sick of you Lions fans, and hauls back and strikes me right across the face.
There's nothing better. Listen, there's nothing better than misguided anger. Why are you mad at me? I didn't do it. I didn't do it.
I said, look, you're mad at me, but I know that you're really mad at your team, and I can take it.
And you gave her
psychiatric
you gave her mercy,
treatment.
didn't you?
You gave
No,
her
yeah.
psychiatric
Like,
give
I'm
her
not,
mercy.
I'm not into that. Like, I'm just like her husband's right there. I'm like, bro, like, I know you're mad at me through your team. Like,
Right.
I get that, 100%. So, we all went our separate ways, and that was the end of it.
The Cowboys are doing cowboy things again.
Oh, yeah,
Can
I
we
love
get a
it.
wellness check? Look at wellness check. He's gonna get sick. Now he's turning around.
Oh,
looking
he's
this way.
shaking his head.
Oh, he's gonna get sick. He's gonna get sick. That poor man.
Stick.
Can somebody go hug him?
We got a Cowboys fan at the bar that's doing the walking, and now he's pointing at the screen.
Pete Spivak.
He's walking away, shaking his head.
Pete Spivak
He has
is
went to go
making
and-
his way
Can
over.
we get this man
I
a
think
beer?
he's gonna give him a hug.
Can we get this man a beer?
I think he's gonna get.
Please.
Seriously, can I buy that man a beer?
Oh, yeah, Peter. Yeah, there we
Pete
go.
gave him a
Yeah.
hug.
Peter.
Dude, I feel you. Okay, we've been there, man. We have been there.
Can we please get that man a drink?
Oh, is that
please?
sweet? That is so sweet.
It's very kind of you, Pete. Very kind of you.
Oh, what is?
What do we
that?
have here?
Oh,
The Dan Campbell Smash Burger. I like it.
There, that's what we do here at Woodward Sports. We reach out to
Yeah.
the people.
Stick,
We
please
reach out
get
to
that man.
the
He
people.
needs a drink, Stick. Man.
More than a drink.
Yeah.
Listen, you can go ahead and call me soft. Go right ahead. I don't care.
We should be making fun of the man.
I have sympathy for that guy.
I do too.
Because I can't tell you how many times I've been that guy. And if you guys have listened to me I have never been one of those guys. It is unfathomable to me to one day just walk away from your team and go, I can't do this anymore.
Right.
And I know some people out there claim they did. I still don't believe you. But Neil, do you know how many moments I was broken? This team broke me so many times, man. They really did, where I was like, I got to take a time out. Like the New Year's Eve game against the Eagles. Like I was a mental case. I got in my car on a Sunday afternoon and went to the mall.
New Year's Eve.
What's a 24-year-old male? I went to the mall. What did I do at the mall? I went shopping.
Yeah. You rolled through PacSun.
A 24-year-old man
You copped
doesn't
an
go
IOU
shopping?
sweater.
I think I'm going into Eddie Bauer.
Yeah.
What? I was broken.
You got a pair of Skids pants.
I was broken. And so, honestly.
You got some used jeans.
While I'm having fun at the Cowboys' expense and I'm going to write a love letter to Jerry Jones,
D-Mac knows about used jeans.
I also empathize for that guy. And maybe he should go shopping for some Z Cavarici jeans.
Some Cavarici.
I don't know.
Woodward Sports chat thread, Paul Thomas. Gentlemen, you have the best Detroit sports content on the internet. Salute to you. No, salute to you, Paul. The Dan Campbell Smash Burger. Thumbs up, by the way, at Hayes Social.
Oh, yeah.
The little griddle marks.
Juice.
Oh, yeah. The juice, all of it. Woodward Sports chat thread. Jump into there. Get your thoughts out there. James, any word on how Hutchinson is progressing? I have not. He had the surgery. He's doing the stuff that he has to do.
Months away.
Yeah.
Months away. Months.
Tev Sauce 2, this is electric. No, we're having fun right now. We're having fun. JB, we need to take a break.
Yeah, we can take a break.
What do you need out of me?
You guys want to do 1800?
1800 tequila?
Yeah.
Yeah, you offering? Yeah,
I mean,
bring it
if
out
I had
right now.
some,
The
yeah.
official tequila of the Detroit Lions, as a matter of fact, at 1800. Yeah, absolutely. Bring it on through. I just told you guys. Everything. That's what it is. 1800 tequila, the official tequila of the Detroit Lions, proud partner of the Detroit Lions, partners here with Woodward Sports as well. And we enjoy it. We drink it. We love it. He loves it. I love it. You love it. 1800 tequila, man. That's what it is.
most talked about Detroit media by other Detroit media, and we love it. It's the Woodward Sports Network.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
A network for the city, by the city. Woodward Sports is Detroit Sports.
With the best prices on all cars, trucks, and SUVs, like this 2024 Silverado for just $296 a month, or this 2025 Equinox for as low as $371 a month. Our locations in Novi, Highland, New Hudson, Livonia, and Lansing means we have the perfect Chevy right in your backyard. Get the home team advantage every day at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer. Let's go, baby.
Woo! Everybody at the bar getting tipsy.
Welcome back inside Hayes Social, everybody. The Woodward Sports pregame show. Neil Rule, Sean Belizean. We're out here at Hayes Social, 21 Mile and Hayes, ironically enough. Pull on up, man. People are starting to pour in here. We're getting ready. We got a Cowboys fan that hasn't sat down in 15 minutes. He's got the arms folded. After every play, he turns and walks around in a circle and then puts his arms out. Sean's more classy than I am because I love seeing that. Sean felt bad for him. I don't.
But can I?
He deserves that.
No, but can I tell you this? Do you know what it comes back to me? It is not the fans' fault that his ownership is a disaster. And I said this 10,000 times. I still cannot believe that there were living, breathing organisms in our fan base that wanted 0-16. And the thing that they always said, Neil, they always said, oh, the Fords have to wear this forever. No, I have to wear this forever. I have to think about that. The only way that is truly exercised from my life is when the Lions win a Super Bowl. Sitting in my room, like all by myself, like this.
All by myself.
Just right?
Oh, was that JB Smooth?
JB Smooth.
It was miserable.
He's the fifth member of Boyz II Men.
Absolutely miserable. So I feel sorry for the individual. I don't feel sorry for the franchise. I certainly don't feel sorry for Jerry Jones. I feel sorry for that gentleman.
Nobody can be a better GM than him.
Nobody can. Ask him.
No, ask him. He'll tell you. Because as a matter of fact, they gave up more, and I'm going to say this all season long, forever. Jerry Jones and the Dallas Cowboys gave up more for Jonathan Mingo than they got for Amari Cooper.
That's pretty much right.
Yeah.
No, it's not pretty much right. It's exactly effing right.
Okay. That's exactly right.
There you go. But nobody's a better GM than him. I love it. We can't use it all up. Sean, I want to do this. I'm calling it audible. I want to get to Sean's matchup right now. I want to get the geeky football stuff out of the way. And, guys, look, I do a lot for you. Okay? And you do a lot for us. 100%. It's a two-way street. But I do want to get to the NFC North and the rest of the NFL. I do. Aaron Rodgers.
He's another one. A note might be coming.
The Cowboys.
Oh, a note's
I want to go
coming.
in on that. And, of course, I want to get in on Sam Darnold, even in a win. So we're doing that. Sean, the Sean Belizean matchup to watch. You watch football differently than I do. I pound bourbon and, say, yeah. You actually, look at the plays and stuff like that. Break it down for me, Sean. What are you watching tonight?
You know what? I'm going to disappoint you so greatly. It was funny as I was reading some of this is unbelievable. This is
so funny. Guys, I have the greatest angle for comedy.
Look at my man. Look at my man.
Oh, he needs another.
He's at the apathy stage. Okay, no. All jokes aside, Neil, is I was looking at some of the info and I was reading a Sports Illustrated key matchup thing today. and I'm not making this up, okay? Do you want me to read verbatim?
Yes.
This is, I'm going to read, this is a national publication, okay? If the Texans are able to notch their 7th win of the season on Sunday, their potent pass rush, led by edge Danielle Hunter, will likely be one of the major reasons why. Okay, we're done.
Oh, my God.
Thanks for playing. No, honestly. Are you talking about your potent pass rush against the best offensive line in the National Football League? If that is the reason that you're saying to me the Texans have a good chance of winning this football game, my work is done here.
Good evening.
Good evening. Let's rip on the fucking Bears, right? I mean, right? Isn't that where we're at? Am I allowed to swear?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Am I allowed to swear?
I had to look over at Stick, but yeah, see Stick. There's Stick with the.
He said, "Get him out of here."
No, but come on. I'm not trying to be funny. And again, suddenly cocky Lion fan is a real thing. It's a real affliction. But we deserve to be. If this national writer for SI is saying, well, if the Texans want to win this game, they have to get that pass rush going. Okay, cool. Thanks for playing, guys. Lions by 12. Right?
Brian in the chat. How's the crowd of Hey Social? Still some? Yeah, you can pull on up here, Brian. Come on up right here. Stick said he'll buy you a drink, as a matter of fact. Yeah, he's being for real, too. Yeah, he said he'll do it. So come on up here. Tyler Burke, watch the Cowboy fan now. Oh, we all did it together just now in here. It is. It's great. But, yeah, Woodward Sports chat thread, jump into there. Subscribe to the Woodward Sports YouTube channel. Thousands of people watching right now, man. It is. It's unbelievable. We are ready to rock. The Banana Bad says Nico Collins inactive per SI. That is correct. Nico Collins will not play tonight. But the show goes on, as I've talked to, and I know that I'm just repeating myself, but that's my stance on it. And we're talking about, like, Sean, we're talking about, can Danielle Hunter generate a pass rush? And then you chase it by saying against the best offensive line in the NFL. But with that being said, Taylor Decker's out, and I don't care.
No.
And I'm not saying I don't care. I'm saying it affects my expectations zero. The roster is deep enough. The Houston Texans roster is not deep enough.
This is like football 101, and I think at some point in time in all our lives we have this realization. And look, as kids, we're prone to look at what Barry Sanders is doing, looking at what Walter Payton is doing, looking at what Jerry Rice is doing, Joe Montana, et cetera, et cetera. But at some point in your life, and it's a shame it doesn't happen earlier, the realization hits you. Trenches win. If you take care of your trenches win.
And Sean, that was it. And for the crowd, and you guys know me, right? Like Mr. Value, Mr. Salary Cap, Mr. Draft Equity, Draft Capital, all that stuff. Sean, I know the Penei Sewell draft was the COVID draft, correct?
21, correct? I think it was 21, right?
21.
21. Okay. No, it wasn't the direct COVID draft. It was a year after
21.
that. But the moral of the story remains the same. I was with my buddy Dennis, who's here in the house. And when they drafted Penei Sewell, I jumped up and said yes. The same way that we have been conditioned to think about that as wide receivers. And that goes to show you how far I had come. Because when they drafted Mike Williams, I jumped up and said yes.
I jumped up and said something completely
I know you didn't, but that goes to show you how far we had come. But it's a game that's settled in the trenches, and no one has brought up Aleem McNeil.
Yeah.
Do you see the hits just don't stop coming with this team, man?
100%.
They are better than the Houston Texans. Man on man. They're better than the Houston Texans. They're better at the quarterback spot. They're better at the running back spot. They're better on the offensive line. They're better than the defensive line. Are they better in the secondary?
Yeah, 100%.
Absolutely.
You see what I'm getting at here? You see where I'm getting at here? And the area that you even might be able to make a case for them, well, the Texans are better at the linebacker spot. They are when Will Anderson's playing.
100.
He ain't playing.
Yep. That's exactly
Sean,
it.
again, I'm not trying to be a dick here, everybody, and I'm not trying to, be a jinx or anything like that. pound for pound, man for man, position for position, they're better than the Texans.
And maybe our Viking friend is still in the chat.
Oh, I'm sure they are.
I don't know if he is, or multiple Viking fans. I'm sure you're probably sitting there right now using the same term that I did, suddenly cocky Lion fan. And I'm sure that you're probably outwardly at least going, I cannot believe how cocky you Lion fans have gotten. But you know what the reality is? Deep down inside, you know we're right.
That's it.
Do you know why you know we're right? They've shown it.
And you're still here watching.
Week after week after week after week, they've shown it. Like we're just going to run away and hide from you. We're not going to give you a chance. Even look, give the Vikings credit. They hung and the Lions
They're cute.
needed some heroics, and I pinched your cheek and patted you on the head. Just take your L and go home.
Yeah.
That's what it comes back to, right?
Go ahead.
No, it was funny. I was laughing at
No, yeah.
Sean. Yeah.
Burn in the chat. My Bears under 8.5 wins bet is still in play. Well, yeah, the quarterback never throws a touchdown
That's
pass.
a guarantee. Just cash now. He's good.
You know what, JB? Can I ask a favor?
What's up?
Can we just go to the break now and we can come back and go around the NFL?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I can't take this anymore. We need to talk about what's transpired in the National Football League today. How it affects the Lions, where we're at. We got Pete Spivak's degenerate single-game parlay that he's going to get to as well. The drinks will keep flowing. We're doing it all.
Before we go to a break, can I show you something?
Yes.
Look at all the Lions fans. My buddy's in Houston right now. This is an hour and a half before the game, and look at all the Lions fans milling around.
It looks like trending towards Green Bay post-game already.
It really, truly does. I wish you probably can't see this, but legitimately, a group of my friends have made the decision this year that they're going to every game, and I think there are a lot of groups of friends that made the decision that they're going to every game.
I mean, Sean, if you want to send me the picture, I can.
He can run it. Dante 151 in the chat. Is it me or should the Jets call it a day on the regular season? Because oh boy, Kenny Pickett is in for the Eagles. Also, Clayton Tune's at quarterback for the Cardinals. They're up 31-6. Clayton Tune. Absolutely. Dante 151. I know. We're gonna get to it though, everybody. What do you need from me?
Taller.
Taller.
Oh, I could use
from New Holland Brewing Company. If we got some in the house, let's bring them over right now as a matter of fact. Because, look, here's how it works, everybody. New Holland Brewing, west side of the state, local company, support local, by the way. They take their small batch gin, they mix it with the grapefruit puree. What happens? Magic is what happens inside that can. Taller. Guys, I'm telling you, go to Meijer, go to Total Wine, get it. Get it, everybody. New Holland Brewing Company, the official sponsor of the Woodward Sports pregame show. Shout out, Westside.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app online or in club and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Can't get enough Lions coverage? Make sure you catch all Woodward sports shows every game day. Wake up with Woodward and Maine, giving you the latest insight into the Lions locker room and press conferences. Then join the Lions pregame show, highlighting key matchups, injuries, and what to watch for during the game. Follow all the ups and downs of the live game action with our Woodward Watch Party live on YouTube and WoodwardSports.com. After the game, check out the instant fan and host reactions with the Lions postgame show. Every game, it's wall-to-wall, kneecap-biting, high-fiving, chest-pumping Lions coverage.
Hell yeah!
Only at Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
You're an ugly guy. That's okay. why? Because you have a hot girl on your arm. Now Woodward Sports and Les Stanford want to reward you for outkicking your coverage.
I am ugly as by traditional standards.
That's right. If your significant other's hotter than you can win tickets to the Thanksgiving Day game in Detroit. So find the best pic of her with the average-looking you and post it on X or Instagram.
You ain't got no alibi. You ugly. You ugly.
Make sure you tag at Woodward Sports and follow us Winter. We'll announce the winner November 25th. Then you and your much better-looking lady will get tickets to watch Dan Campbell and the Kneecappers.
We're going to buy the kneecap off.
Inside a Ford Field on Thanksgiving. So find the best pic of her and the worst pic of you. And show us all how you outkicked your coverage.
Mama said you ugly. Hey.
From Woodward Sports and Les Stanford.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome. Welcome back. Woodward Sports pregame show getting you ready. Lions and Texans. Neil Rule, Sean Belizean, the Detroit sports media icon himself here in the building. We got JB Smoove. We got Pete Spivak. You know, we've got the heavy hitters out here this evening. Got to send a special shout out. Fan by the name of Darren stopped by. Said he used to play in a hockey league or something like that. Said it was a big honor for him to come meet us and stuff like that. So appreciate Darren. And he had red hair.
I think I remember him in the Ontario Hockey League. I think I remember him.
He had a 50-goal season out there. Yeah, absolutely. Hey, we're gonna make his wish come true. We're having him on the air right now. Darren, how are you?
I appreciate it. Big fan, you guys. I mean, you guys are real. I could see it through the TV on the YouTube show, but I mean, just to see you in person. But I wasn't sure.
Welcome to Hayes Social.
Thank you. Is this Hayes? Oh, this is such a great spot. Oh my God.
Is.
Hey, D-Mac, you're here, man. Give me your breakdown tonight, man. What do you got?
You know, I just even going over, right? It is something that isn't it such a luxury? The first thing that when Zadarius Smith was inactive, I didn't think I thought, oh, that sucks. I want to see him, but I mean, wow, what a luxury
I know,
to have.
right?
This is what first place sort of means and stuff like that. So the Texans are missing a lot of guys too. Nico Collins, I think, was inactive. Yep. Will Anderson. So I think more is the Decker not playing, because anytime you miss him, I mean, he's just reliable, durable. I know he's struggled a little bit this year, but he's an integral part of that leadership in that dressing room. So, but it's next man up.
Yep.
And it's like business as usual. I guess what I'm interested in is how does Brian Branch react to last game? Is he going to have a chip on his shoulder, or is he going to go, okay, I'm a younger guy, I learned my lesson, and now go back business as usual? And not, because the worst thing is I'd hate for him to get labeled as a dirty guy.
Yeah.
And the only reason would be because the flags seem to come out a lot quicker for those type of guys. So that's really the adjustment. I'm not worried. I mean, if I think about it, I'm not worried about our offense going. I got my Derek Montgomery Demon shirt on tonight because I think those guys. I just saw a stat. Those guys have in 28 games together, 44 touchdowns they've accounted for. That's Sonic Knuckles, baby.
Do you know what it reminds me of? And they have a long way to go to get to the hallowed ground that you guys walk on, but it reminds me of your teams. It really does, man. Oh, Sandstrom's out.
You know what's different?
Yeah.
You know what's different, though, Sean? And Neil always brings this up because I love Neil. I love you for the fact that you can always remind Kirk Maltby who the better junior player was, because he had 50, I had 55.
Correct.
But Neil admits that he was one like everybody else that didn't think we could get it done. Right, so the belief in this team, they've turned it. That was 2021 when the weak start, but everybody was all in because, dude, when's Sheila getting her flowers, like her true flowers? Because she's the one that stood up top and said, no, these are my guys. And ever since she's done that, it's just moving and shaking like that. So I think that we've realized that vibe, but once everybody was in with us and realized that it was real, it was sort of, you have this championship or this mentality of what you need to do. This, the way that I see, and it goes back to what I said earlier about Zadarius Smith not playing, is the experience they learn getting to the NFC Championship. And you know what? Are you worried about Zadarius Smith at week, 8, 9? In Houston when you are at top of your division at 7-1 and you have capable guys, or are you worried about him in that playoff game? And so no tread on the tires. I think it was a business decision. Yes, I think he could have played 10 plays and got in that, but I think they made
D-Mac, real quick,
made a wise decision to rest him late, rest your players before the playoffs, but this was the time to rest them.
D-Mac, I'm going to tell you this, and you and I talk about this all the time, and I'm glad you're here right now because you can shed some light on this for the chat. He's a multi-time Pro Bowler. The Lions know this. He knows this, and you've talked about this extensively. You know where you have to be at the end of this. At the end of this season, you know where you have to be. Jared Goff knows where he has to be. This is how I know it's real. This is how I know it's real. Because they're not just going to come in and throw Zadarius Smith out there and say, well, you're here now, let's go, let's do it all. The plan doesn't change. And he's a vet, he's a pro, D-Mac.
What do we see, right, with Ben Johnson, Aaron Glenn, with the improvement of this defense? They've put their players, which goes back, this is the great correlation. What, Scotty, put your players in the best position to succeed, right?
And there's a trust built in, right?
Right? So if they have weakness, surround them with somebody that's going to have strength. The old adage, that's why do you stick a guy like me that can play with a Steve Eiserman, right? You're going to give up a little bit in the skills department and put an all-star on his wing to make sure that the dust is not, that he gets to do whatever he wants on the ice, right? That's more valuable. That's sort of, it's the analogy. Yes, they need to know themselves and as they've gone through it, but it's also the coaching staff knowing that. And haven't we seen that being put in the best position to succeed? I think that, back to your question, is what I'm looking for to this game too. Who are the guys, right? We all know who the stars are, but who are the Nowaskis and the O'Connors and these other guys that can chip in and make a play? We saw like a Dorsey in the kickoff, right? Like those are the guys when it comes down to it to win championships.
Freddie Olsen.
Whether Sam Flannel believes it or not.
Yeah.
They matter.
Well, that's why I say, and it's funny you bring up Sam Flannel because I think about 01-02. It's never easy. People forget. As great as that team was, it wasn't easy. But you know what that team did? They had the vibe where, you know what, Brett Hull comes in, and you're used to him scoring 70 goals, 80 goals. By that time, his 86 goals were done. He didn't have to. Luke Robitaille putting up huge points. He didn't have to.
How about this? You know what? You want to win a championship? Put the greatest scoring left winger of all time on your fourth line with Hall of Famer and Igor Larionov and one of the best front of the net men, 4-time Stanley Cup champion Thomas Holmstrom in 02. That's your fourth line.
Yeah.
And go see them be accountable for 3 goals in Game 7 of the conference finals. What are you willing to do to win? And to Neil's point too, that's why you bring in a guy that knows this division because he's played with the Packers in Minnesota, knows what it takes to get himself prepared and stuff like this. So they're all on the same page. And also, too, the conversations. So the synergy and the communication. They're all on the same page.
Woodward Sports chat thread, Richard Gilbert. Actually, Zadarius Smith is not playing tonight. No, Richard, I had an epiphany. It didn't cost me $50 at Tiffany's, but I did have an epiphany just tonight about the whole Zadarius Smith thing. Like, being upset, and look, I'll say it. Like, I'll come clean and say it because a lot of you are feeling the same way. I was just told I can't play with the toy tonight.
Yeah. No, you weren't. You got to wait. another week. Right, exactly.
Yeah, I was told I can't play with the
club, and guess what? You're not going on vacation down to Florida because it's winter till next week.
Yep.
So you can look at it. You can stand there.
You can imagine what it might be.
But it's coming.
We can watch them on the sideline in a Lions jersey. You saw them all about. See, what I love about this guy, too, right? Because you guys worry about the X's and O's and obviously, but this guy's been at the games already, the Wings games, the Pistons games. He's cultured into
Well, he's got 80 sacks in the NFL, man. Like this, but this is what excites me. Yeah, and this is what excites me, D-Mac. And this is why I feel that's even another step. And it's more than Zadarius Smith in the box on the trade. It's more than that. It's the idea of Zadarius Smith. It's what Zadarius Smith represents. We're going in now. We're going in for the kill. And the fact that he's not playing tonight, D-Mac, kind of in a weird way, gets me more excited because everyone knows the score. The management knows the score. Zadarius Smith knows the score. Hey, this is big, right? Thousands of you are watching right now. Tonight's game is big. It's huge. It's national TV. It's Sunday Night Football. Carrie Underwood's going to be on soon. All my friends are going to be uncomfortable for a couple minutes when that happens. But through all of that, D-Mac, with him not playing, it tells me we are locked and loaded. For real. Am I crazy on that? Because that's how I feel.
I always think about it as a veteran guy. Next week, home game for Detroit, getting to experience Ford Field and all the fans to give them that love, warm welcome and stuff like that. I think it's all timing. And you know what? You have the luxury to do this. So in saying this, right, the rest of the guys, and this is part of the game plan. Not for a minute do I not think that in the team meeting or whatever the reason was given to the rest of the guys why. So now it's different times guys just step up because there's still guys fighting for time, fighting for jobs. That's the best part. Everybody stays hungry.
It really is. And boy, it's funny. You sitting here with Darren. We've become the Detroit Red Wings in the regard that you know you're getting everybody's best shot. The Red Wings for years, whether Darren wants to admit it or not, had that giant target on them. We got to beat the Wings. Everybody wanted to beat. You had Scotty Bowman. You had Hasek in 02. You had the grind line. You had Stevie. You had the greatest ever in Scotty Bowman. Everybody, and you know what, guys, we're living that life right now. Everybody wants to beat the Detroit Lions.
And you know when you get comfortable with it as the top dog, you bring it in.
You become even better.
There's something. Come on. And you know what? Like whatever voodoo they're doing in Kansas City, right? How do you block a 35-yarder for the win again? No, but it's the way that you're getting it done. But again, to your point, Sean, there's a belief and a pedigree on that team, and they haven't even played their best football.
No, they haven't. D-Mac, appreciate you sliding through, brother,
Thanks,
man.
D-Mac.
I love it.
Enjoy your meal, buddy.
That's Darren McCarty, everybody, part of Woodward Sports Network. You may know his work, four-time Stanley Cup champion as well.
Stud with the Belleville Bulls. Saw it with my own 2 eyes. Stud.
OHL, stand up. All right, let's do this. Let's take the break, and then we're going to go around the NFL today. I can't wait for this.
My dearest Bears. My dearest Bears.
It's been a fortnight since I talked to you last. JB, what do you need from me, man?
Party.
What's that?
Watch party.
Oh, yeah. Hey, stick right here, by the way. And in the Woodward Sports chat thread, Leo says everything at Hayes Social is amazing. Because, yes, it is. And, oh, by the way, the watch party's part of what's amazing here at Hayes Social. Roll on up. Everybody's going to be getting into it. We got Spenmo and Easy in tonight.
Are you going to drink that?
Yeah.
I just wanted to ask. I just wanted to ask. I didn't know if you were going to. What if I traded you a Diet Coke and these are so darn good, Neil. They really are. They really are. So
I'm going to grow a curly mustache right now, and you're going to put us on the poster of a 1920s boxing match. It's going to go 30 rounds.
It goes back to my letter. My dearest Bears.
What were we on? Oh, the watch party. Let the fans watch. That's coming up during the game. You guys want somebody to hang out with? Hang out with Woodward Sports for the watch party. Let's do it, everybody.
It's the New Holland Brewing Company Lions pregame watch party. Every Lions home game live from Second Best Bar, Detroit. Enjoy the pregame hype with a live broadcast every week with Woodward Sports personalities like Neil Rule, Sean Belegian, and the Heavyweights. Brought to you in part by Sabbath Coffee and Les Stanford Automotive. Great drinks like Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, Tangerine Space Machine, Taller Long Drink, great environment, and even better food. It's the New Holland Brewing Company Lions pregame watch party, live from Second Best Bar, Detroit, brought to you in part by Sabbath Coffee Roasters and Les Stanford Automotive. Come get some.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
The most talked about Detroit media by other Detroit media, and we love it. It's the Woodward Sports Network.
Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer, is kicking off the game with the best prices on all cars, trucks, and SUVs, like this 2024 Silverado for just $296 a month, or this 2025 Equinox for as low as $371 a month. Our locations in Novi, Highland, New Hudson, Livonia, and Lansing means we have the perfect Chevy right in your backyard. Get the home team advantage every day at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
Back at it, everybody. We're live at Hayes Social. It's a Woodward Sports pregame show. My name is Neil Rule. That guy is Sean Belizean. We got JB Smoove. There we go. Neil Rule, Sean Belizean. Woodward Sports pregame show live at Hayes Social. JB Smoove, Pete Spivak. Sticks running around. We got Chase here in the building. Darren McCarty. Famous Lions fan terminal. Dennis is here as well. We got everybody. Everybody is here today, as a matter of fact, getting ready for Sunday night football. Carrie Underwood's coming on the screen in a couple of minutes, so everybody just calm down. All right?
But I see 60 minutes on the screen. I have trauma as a child right now, Neil.
And you're a dick for bringing that up, by the way. I was vibing. We had some Angels Envy. We got taller from New Holland Brewing Company here on the New Holland Brewing Company pregame show, brought to you by Sabbath Coffee Roasters and Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey. We're having fun. It's an NFL Sunday, and then Pete Spivak's got to drag everybody down by saying, hey, there's the 60 Minutes commercial. 60 Minutes is coming on. You remember when you were in 7th grade, and that 60 Minutes watch started going, and you knew the end was near?
I swear
Awful.
to God, to this day, when I hear that dumb tick, 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 we used to call it the Sunday night headache. Like, literally, my friends and I used to call it the Sunday night headache, and you're... Mom, I don't know if I want to go to school. Why does this happen every Sunday night?
Because of the 60 Minutes commercial, that's why.
She knew, but yes.
I'm Mike Wallace.
By the way, is our Dallas, he's okay, right?
No. The Dallas game went final a while ago.
I need a wellness check. No, but can I tell you what happened at the end of the game? I don't know if you were watching. Kenny Pickett made an appearance, okay?
I saw that.
I love the movie Braveheart. I love the movie Braveheart, okay?
Yes.
At one point in time, remember when William's getting tortured?
Yes.
And everybody's loving it,
Yeah,
right?
they're all loving it.
We're all going, kill the Cowboys, right? It got so ugly, I found myself going, mercy. Mercy. They were like... When they disemboweled Jerry Jones, like at the 40-yard line,
you were like, all right, that's enough.
At that point in time, I'm like, I don't need to see his organs spilling out in Jerry's world, right? But that's really, that's kind of what it got. That game got ugly, man.
Yes,
that
it did.
Bad.
Woodward Sports chat thread, Kyle Moore. I don't know. I don't like it, especially, and we're talking about Zadarius Smith not playing, and I think it's a moment for this franchise, and it's a championship moment for this organization. Because they understand, and everyone knows the score. And I love it. But Kyle Moore says, I don't know, I don't like it about Zadarius Smith, especially if C.J. Stroud goes off tonight because he gets too much time to throw. I think they regret trading a loss for a week to get him ready. I don't think we'll lose anyway. Kyle, then which one is it? Either you're scared he's not playing or you think they're going to win. It can't be both, Kyle. It can't be both. Take a side. I know that you're conditioned to think that way. We all are, right, as Lions fans. We're all at different stops on the highway. As far as that's a you thing. That's a Kyle thing. That's a Neil thing. That's a Sean thing where you have to deal with it. But, Kyle, let me tell you this. You can't say both. Do you think they're going to win, or are you scared Zadarius Smith isn't playing and C.J. Stroud might go off? Which is it? Because it can't be both. Get on board.
Pick a side. I like
Why?
No.
I had a moment there.
No, I'm with you.
And you got to make me laugh.
No, but you know what the thing is? Like, what I've learned in this business, okay, and you know this, okay, but I'm going to tell you, sometimes you just have to shut up. Sometimes you just let the other guy go, right? And you're absolutely right. There are some of us that still live in that worried land, okay? I'm no longer in that land. I think this team has earned the right for me to have full confidence going into games, Petey. I do. I swear to God. I hear you. And full confidence, okay? That again, Neil, that doesn't mean that we're not going to sit back and go, they might mix in another loss or 2 or 3 over the course of the year, but more often than not, yes, they go out there. They're better than other teams, man. They're better than other teams, period.
Well, without a doubt. I mean, look how they dominate just not the teams that they're supposed to beat, guys, but the teams. I mean, they're obviously dominating the better teams. They have a very tough schedule this year. They're about to go into Houston and beat the Houston Texans because they will beat the Houston Texans.
They will.
And then they're going to go into Indianapolis and they're going to beat the hapless Colts. I don't see, aside from garbage time season, when we get to the end of the season, once the Lions have clinched the division, which will be in 3 games, I don't see any significant losses for this team for the rest of the way. Will they lose a couple? Yeah, like week 18.
Let me check my notes.
Yeah.
Neil Rule said they clinched the division last Monday, so I'll go with
he's about
Neil.
right.
I'll go with Neil.
I didn't just say that. The sports books told you that.
He's right. Yeah, they did tell you
Like a lot
that.
of people like to choose to ignore reality. I do not. Byrne, it's a non-divisional, non-conference game. It doesn't matter as much as you think it does, but we're going to win anyway. Byrne, that is true. Low-key, I was going to wait to bring that out in case of emergency break glass. But Byrne, you hit it on the head, everybody.
Can I say this, though?
Yes.
Byrne, I agree with you, but I'm also going to throw in a but. This game means more to the Houston Texans. I don't care what anybody says.
100%. They got to have it. And guess what? They're still getting snatched.
You're at home. You're playing a team that it is by far the favorite in the NFC. Let's be honest. This game means more to the Texans. And I will repeat what my pal Neil just said. You're still going to have your soul taken.
Can I give you guys one? And this is in your degeneracy lane.
All right.
And for everybody here that's listening right now, especially my good friends, I dig this a lot. Steve G., to the bettors out there, Brock Wright anytime touchdown is 11-1. It's his first pro game in his hometown. There's over 100 family members in attendance tonight. You know Ben Johnson gets him a tutty. That, everybody.
What's the number?
I'm going to have to readjust
11-1.
the parlay now.
Anytime tutty.
Do it. Why not?
I'm going to have to readjust the parlay.
At those numbers, yeah, do it. I think some points are going to be scored. I know you and I talked about it Friday on Big D Energy. I think some points are going to be scored. I think that the Texans will get theirs. It might be in the Jake the Snake Plumber realm of trying to play catch-up, but I think they'll get some tonight.
Hey, did you guys hear that over there? Brock Wright, anytime touchdown, 11-1. He's got 100 people at the game tonight. His first.
Yeah.
Somebody said he's this close. I think you just got pushed over the ledge, bro.
I'm in. I would definitely be in on that. I would definitely be in on that if I were you guys.
Yes.
If I were you guys, I would be in. Dude, I love it. I'm sorry,
Guys,
I forgot who had the message
Checking
already.
the Caesars app, or Caesars Sportsbook app.
The official
our partner
sportsbook of
here,
Woodward Sports.
Woodward Sports, plus 750 on any time touchdown for Mr. Wright.
No, the streets know. The streets know. Taller. Hey.
No, I think you got to do it.
I think you do.
Yeah, I think you got to do it.
You know what else we got to do? We got to go around the NFL. I've been waiting for this moment. And Sean, the NFC North, we're going to combine it. The NFC North and, of course, the entire NFL. We're going to take you right now. We got a situation going in Chicago where the Chicago Bears lost to the Patriots 19-3. Checks the stat line. Caleb Williams, 16 of 30, 120 yards, and no touchdowns yet again. Tell me again, Bears fans. Tell me again I need to be fearful of Caleb Williams. Tell me again. All I tried to do was help you guys. And then I get negativity and I get slander when I try to help you. Bears fans, I don't owe you guys anything. I don't like any of you. Your logo's ugly. Your helmet's ugly. All of it. Walter Payton was not even in Barry Sanders' class at all.
You play in a spaceship.
You play in a spaceship.
That you ruined a beautiful field and turned it into a fucking UFO.
And your seat
Shame
looks
on
like
you.
what?
You did that. The facts of the matter are this. This Caleb Williams guy that everyone told me to fear has gone 3 weeks without a touchdown pass. 3. You can't do that in today's NFL. You can't be a good quarterback if you do that in today's NFL. It's over for Caleb Williams. You guys witnessed the death of it today. Cool game against the Patriots, everybody. Cool game. Great effort. Hey, Sean, is it safe to say they're not a threat to win the North?
You know, it is. It seems like yesterday to me, you and I were doing a show in early August, and I think we were both in a perpetual state of shock that so many people, and if we're being honest, a lot of Lion fans were going, I don't know, I kind of fear the Bears. I don't know, look who they picked up. They made some moves. And I remember vividly, I'm sorry, I said rookie quarterbacks struggle in this league. And if you remember, I brought up the story of one Charles Batch. When the Detroit Lions made the announcement that they were going to switch to Charlie Batch.
Hey, that Thursday night game against the Packers was electric, though.
But I watched the whole locker room go like this. Because you're basically saying to everybody, we're not playing for this year. We aren't. And sure as shit, Neil, you know what happened? People brought up exceptions to the rule. And as I said that day, and I'll repeat this day, for every C.J. Stroud, I can name at least 10 rookie quarterbacks.
1,000.
Probably 1,000. I can name a shitload.
All those guys, all those hits you guys play, right? Like in the draft day, you're
Come
like,
on,
when someone takes DTR, and they're like, oh, that's a great 6th-round pick. No, it's not.
No, it isn't.
You threw that pick away.
No, it
you
isn't.
threw that pick away.
It
when
isn't.
the Cardinals take Clayton Tune, Clayton Tune's next. No, he's not. No, he's not. He's never going to play. Except when they're up 34-6.
And
name your quarterback.
And this is where I think, I don't want to speak for you, but I think you and I parted ways. I'm not saying that Caleb Williams might not be an effective National Football League player. That's what I thought.
Yeah, no, you are not speaking for me.
Listen,
it's trash.
You and I can part ways there because I'm putting I don't know. I could guarantee you, and I told you at the beginning of the year, it wasn't going to happen this year. And they're 4-5. Best of luck to you, Bears. And Eberflus is probably going to lose his job. Let's be honest.
You know,
Fair?
Guys, I have to say something about that. Neil, you and I had this conversation. As you said, I apologize to our listeners out there and our fans because 2 weeks ago I said the Bears were just absolutely going to take it to the Arizona Cardinals. Because
you said that.
No, I did.
I know. You don't have to tell me. I knew.
You're owning it.
I'm laying it right in the line.
I know.
I was convinced, okay, Matt Eberflus has – okay, first of all, I was duped on the Hard Knocks.
No, you weren't.
Yes, no.
No, you weren't.
I'm going to show the path, baby.
Peter.
They suckered you in with the Hard Knocks.
Hang on.
You can't blame others for
blaming
your
myself.
misgivings.
Hang on. I'm blaming myself. Well, let me finish here. So step one was the Hard Knocks problem.
Step one is admitting you
Step
have a problem.
Sounds like you're blaming, but go ahead.
No. It was my fault of being taken in by Hard Knocks. My fault. That's step one. Step two was the hype. I got sucked into some of the hype. I said, okay, maybe this kid will be better than he was at USC. What happened?
So now you're blaming the hype. You blame Hard Knocks, and that's all I've heard. I blame Hard Knocks, and I blame the hype.
Myself
okay, go on.
For being tractor beamed into this world. And number three was what happened at Arizona. So what happened is that Eberflus should have had the team ready to go after what happened at Washington with the mocking of the fans, all that crap. He didn't have them ready to go. I had complete faith. I was like, okay, Matt Eberflus is going to have these guys ready to go. No, he didn't. He did typical Toledo Rocket things. That's what Toledo Rocket coaches do. I'm sorry, I'm a Bowling Green
I don't
guy.
like what I'm hearing
and
here.
I'm just gonna say, man, I
don't like what I'm hearing.
I apologize because I have declared war on the Chicago Bears.
Sean, it sounds like he's deflecting a lot. It
I've
sounds like he doesn't want to look
Bears.
you, the people, in the eye and say, I was wrong about Caleb Williams.
I was wrong about Caleb Williams.
And Neil, you were right.
End of story.
And Neil, you were right.
declared war on this guy.
Listen, here, you guys, it's not just the fact that they lost to the Patriots. They're awful.
They got blown out.
They got blown out by the Patriots. The Patriots are awful. That was, now more often than not, what I'm going to do in a circumstance like this is I am immediately going to flip on Washington and Pittsburgh, okay? And Mike Tomlin witchcraft, I'm a huge fan of Mike Tomlin witchcraft. I am, okay? Oh, not today.
I'm glad you brought that up.
Not today. No. Anytime I can watch the Bears do bear things, I love every second of it. I can't get enough of it.
No, absolutely. Real quick, too, just got the alert. There's severe thunderstorm watches in the area, so everybody be safe. Go to your basement and just watch Woodward Sports.
There's going to be a storm in Houston.
Yeah. Just go to your basement and watch Woodward Sports, okay?
Look at this.
But with all that being said, they're showing right here.
The block field goal for the win.
The Chiefs.
And Chiefs get
I
lucky
hate to
again.
sound like a broken record, okay? But you guys have to get my back here, all right? I've been saying this since the summertime. This is a team that finds new and inventive ways to win every gosh damn week, and if you're not scared of it, you're not paying attention. And as an added bonus, you guys, they get every freaking call going their way.
But hey, you get that.
They get every freaking...
They're the man.
If you're not terrified of the Kansas City Chiefs...
I'm not, Sean, I'm not.
I'm terrified of the Kansas
I'm more terrified of the referees in their game.
That is it. But you put it all together. You have to put it all together. You can't... I'm not going Pete Spivak. It's all right here. It's all right here. It's the Chiefs doing Chiefs things. It's the lucky breaks that they get, and it's the officiating that seems to constantly go their way. It's real. I'm not going to go conspiracy theory, okay? But I think the National Football League is very, 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 very desirous of a team finally winning 3 Super Bowls in a row.
No doubt.
And Patrick Mahomes being their poster child.
And Travis Kelce.
And that scares the shit out of me.
Because, look, the NFL has run out of growth avenues for the most part. Like within the sports fan of America, they've run out of growth avenues. They got us all. All of us. They got us all. You got people in this building right now betting on Brock Wright to score a touchdown. What's Brock Wright to get the first touchdown?
Let me look that up on our
What is Brock Wright to get the first touchdown? That just popped in my head. But anyway, though, the moral of the story is you start looking at avenues of growth. ... Travis Kelce, ... All right, that's it. That's all. Let's move on. Tell me what you saw in the NFL today. What did you see in the NFL today? We call it Around the NFL when Sean's not here. But when Sean's here, it's what did you see in the NFL for the old heads out there. Black Lion, Bears fans, really quiet as of late. Paul Thomas, 3 weeks, count them. Cryptomania, Neil's angry today. I'm not angry. My team's good. We're already in the playoffs. We got the division wrapped up. We're taking steps towards that number 1 seed. I'm cool, bro. I don't have a quarterback that hasn't thrown a touchdown in 3 weeks. I don't have a quarterback that threw 3 picks today, didn't have any touchdowns, and yet magically you won because you played the Jaguars. We get our game with the Jaguars coming up. See, everyone forgets about this, Sean. I want to tell everyone this. You forget that the schedule ping-pongs back and forth within the division.
100%.
We get our Jaguars game coming up, and it's at home. That's a walkover.
Whatever will we do?
Who knows?
Here comes Trevor Lawrence. Oh, no.
Mac Jones. Don't act like you don't know the name. Like, that's, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it is. Mike O, the Bears deserve that coach. 0-16. I like that one. I think we're going 14-3.
Guys, are you ready for the Caesars Sportsbook app first touchdown odds for Brock Wright?
Ooh.
And I'm going to put $5 on this, plus 3,000.
Oh, get out of here.
Plus 3,000
for the
on
people
Caesars
in
Sports.
attendance.
$5 on that, guys.
Dude,
Brock
don't you
Wright
have
to score the first touchdown, 30-1.
I mean, you gotta, right?
You have to.
$5, guys.
It's $5.
Yeah.
Come on, just put $5 on that. Hell, if you really want to gamble, put 10. If you got the mighty spare, put 100 and win $3,000. I
love it. But yeah, Brandon Harris, Sam Darnold is back, baby. That brings me to the other point. Vikings fans, Sean, it's like clockwork. They win a game, I get DMs on social media from them. Like, they took credit for this today. If anything, it only made me feel better about them. For real.
Do you know, I'm going to say it again. It makes me feel better that a fraudulent team's going to make the playoffs.
Because there's one.
And I have no problem with you making the playoffs. I think it helps the Detroit Lions out. I think you're going to keep a better team out of the playoff. That sounds cool to me. That sounds really, really cool to me. You won't see the second round, and that's okay. We'll be on our bye with the number 1 seed, but I'm sure we'll be watching and giggling when it happens. But, Neil, I'm a big fan. Never apologize for a victory.
No.
Never, ever, ever apologize for a victory. It doesn't have to be pretty. You're not going to hang it in the Louvre or any shit like that. But I think, if anything, it supports exactly what people like you have been saying. Congratulations, you got off to a great start. You're not legitimate.
That's it. That's it. That's all. JB.
What's up?
What time we going till tonight?
I believe, 8:15?
8:15? Okay, cool. I just wanted to get that settled. I wanted to get that settled so I knew. We got to get to – let's do this. Let's welcome in Pete Spivak. We've been talking about degeneracy. And, Pete, look, the fantasy thing's out the window, and we knew this because the Lions are playing a ton of primetime games.
Well, that's what happens when you win.
That's what happens when you win.
Right.
So that closes the fantasy football angle. I like to make fun of your little fantasy stuff, and that's fine. We don't get to do that today. But what we do get is the Pete Spivak, and he's hit these in the past for you. It's documented. What we do get to do for you is give you the Pete Spivak single game parlay, and I think when it's on its own, I think it's even more electric.
You hit a huge one a couple weeks ago because remember I was sitting at home and I texted both you guys and I was like, my man won some people some money, and that's what it's all about.
And what did I do the next week?
He bought us
Soroki.
Yes, he did. And Soroki just came up here as well.
That's a window into your soul. You're a quality human being.
I love this station. I love you people.
Real quick, Pete, before we turn you loose. If the playoffs started today, the 49ers are out.
Good.
If the playoffs started today, the 49ers are out,
Vikings.
and the Vikings are in.
Keep winning. Keep winning.
That's incredible, guys. Well, gentlemen, I do have a subscription for a 4-leg parlay, same-game parlay on our Caesars Sportsbook app.
How good are them biscuits?
Plus 650 tonight, gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, go to your Caesars Sportsbook app right now. Again, if you are a new member to Caesars Sportsbook, you can use the code word Woodward1000, and you'll get your first bet back as a bonus bet if it loses up to $1,000. But we will start with the 4-leg same-game parlay tonight, plus 650 on the Caesars Sportsbook app, Lions at the Houston Texans. First of all, gentlemen, we have Jared Goff total passing touchdowns over 1.5.
That was
Secondly,
a very good one.
we have Amon-Ra St. Brown to score a touchdown at any point in time because I don't think the Houston secondary is going to be able to withhold him. We have the return of Jamison Williams, and Jamison Williams tonight.
We haven't even mentioned that tonight.
Isn't that funny?
Well, I
We really
just
haven't.
did, baby.
Isn't that
I
crazy?
just did. And guess what his over-under is on yards, ladies and gentlemen? It is a steal, 39.5 yards.
Bury the over.
That is an over on your parlay. That is the third leg of the parlay. And then the fourth and final leg of the parlay is Sam Laporta is catching a touchdown this evening. If I could add Brock Wright into that, I would. But there is your 4-leg parlay from Caesars Sportsbook app at plus 650. 1.5 touchdowns over for Jared Goff. Amon-Ra in the end zone anytime. Sam Laporta, I'm sorry, I said Sam Laporta in the end zone. Sam Laporta over 34.5 receiving yards, and Jamison Williams over 38.5 receiving yards. Gentlemen, there is your 4-leg parlay at plus 650.
Okay,
we have
you
a
know
winner.
what? Every parlay ever bet at Caesar Sportsbook or any sportsbook has always started with this sentence. There's no way this loses. Spencer Raxter's here, by the way.
Listen,
he's got the Sorokis.
I'm so glad that you – do you know what one of my favorite things is? Spenny walks in, and you can see the magic walking in with him, right? You
The aura?
Yeah,
The kids call it aura.
Like literally, he's like a wizard, and there's just little magical nymphs flying all around him and everything. He looks around, just kind of looks around, nods his head at people, and then immediately starts eating wings.
Smashing it. Smashing.
Like, honest to goodness, like we could charge top dollar. Would you like Spencer Raxter to come to your house and party with you? That's like, you guys are missing out on a great promotion. Spenny will come to your house, eat your food, and drink your booze for only $100,000.
I think when they came up with the concept, when they came up with the concept of the Fire app, it was for Spencer Raxter.
I'll tell you what. I was partying last night. I put in drunk bets. Pat Fryermuth, anytime touchdown. Chuba Hubbard, anytime touchdown. Carolina money line. Cashed all of them.
All day,
Oh.
dude. All day.
That a boy.
All day, dude.
You want to know what? And real quick, since Spenny's here right now, you know what I love about Spenny? When we reconvene on a Sunday night / Monday morning, my weekends have a trajectory. Spenny's weekends have a trajectory. I like to analyze the trajectory before we even speak to each other. Just based on vibes and looks and all aura and all of it. I know, and Spenny knows where I've been, and I know where Spenny's been. That's why we're tight like that. We are 100%. I know where he's been.
I was in Beachwood. I was at the Barcade. Got the high score on the Pulp Fiction.
Hell yeah,
pinball
dude!
machine.
Pinball machine, dude. Pulp Fiction rules, dude.
He got the high score on a pinball machine.
You want him at your house.
Dude,
you need
him
You
at
guys
your
got
house.
to party with Spenny, man. The guy plays pinball, for God's sakes. Love this man.
Jay Cruz in 71. Everybody in the bar getting tipsy. Yeah, I mean, that's the nature of a bar, right? That is the nature of a bar. Pete, getting back to it.
Yes.
Every parlay ever bet, Sean, has always started with the sentence of, there's no way this loses. And we throw it around loosely. Sometimes we say it when we know in our heart that it's going to lose. There's no way that parlay loses. There's no way that parlay loses.
I'm not.
And there's
D-Max.
No, I
For an
appreciate
additional $50,000, we can
Darren
throw Darren
McCarty.
McCarty in your home
Oh, and
party.
by the way, those are payable in cash
Yeah,
in a bag.
cash only. In cash only.
In a bag.
Oh my
All right.
gosh, greatest
But
party ever.
that's what we do for the people here, Neil. We this is research. This is also a little bit of fun, but we're here to make the money, and that's what we're going to do tonight.
Mike, Spenny, what was a parlay? That was Pat Fryermuth touchdown. That was Carolina Panthers money line.
And Chuba Hubbard touchdown.
And Chuba Hubbard anytime touchdown.
Now, can I also add this? And
Yes.
this is following up. I'm a firm believer, and I'm going to do this when you and I work tomorrow.
Okay.
I'm a firm believer in there are not enough people in our business that are willing to say I was wrong.
No.
And I missed a couple things
And that
yesterday.
means there are no people willing.
Right. Well, and I missed a couple things yesterday in the college football world, and I'm going to confess my sins to you tomorrow. One thing I was not wrong about, that we were not wrong about, was that Giants-Panther game was the exact piece of shit we thought it was.
There might be a third world war out of Germany after that.
We
one.
legitimately said, Neil, it's on only because it's on. Like, am I really watching it? No, I'm not really watching it.
Not really.
Like, I'm folding some clothes. I'm emptying the dishwasher.
But it's on.
It's on.
It was on at my house. I was eating some eggs.
It was on at my house.
I woke up as it started because I watched Hawaii last night against UNLV, and I was locked in. Then I went to Utah BYU because I was never not going to watch Utah and BYU. And that happened how? Well, no, it didn't because BYU found a way.
They did. You got to give them credit. But listen, the reality is, you knew it was going to be on. It's on in your house. The NFL wins, okay? We can bitch all we want. It's like the Thursday night game, okay? Unless you got cock, or if you don't have cock, it's going to be on. Right. I don't know if I'm engaged, but it's going to be on in your house.
Well, you guys heard the report of the 8 new games overseas next year. I am certain that the Lions are going to be part of that. I am certain.
Intimately, yeah.
Intimately. Hopefully we don't lose a home game.
They're overdue.
But I'm going to tell you guys one thing. If you want to play, you want to see all grit football, go to Spain where the bull, where they do, Toro and the bullfighting. That's where the Lions should play. You want all grit? Play in Spain where they fight bulls.
The Lions are overdue. I remember a few years ago when I was still doing the pre and post, we were terrified because it was like, okay, we're really overdue. we're really overdue now. We are big time overdue. I would be drop dead stunned if there wasn't one on the schedule next year. Honestly,
out of 8 games and possibly Ireland, there has to be.
Yep.
Woodward Sports chat thread, and I lost who this was from, but they asked, can you shout out my dad, Jim Sholey? He's watching tonight. Jim, what up? Sunday Night Football, we're doing it. I apologize if I got the last name wrong, but you know where I was with it. Let's do this. JB Smoove. Oh, JB Smoove's mixing up with Stick right now. I want to take the break, and I want to come back and ride this thing out. We got one more break we have to take, I believe. I believe we do, right?
Yep, one more break.
Where are we going?
You want to do Sabbath coffee?
Sure, man. Tee it up. We good? Sabbath Coffee Roasters, everybody. Proud sponsor of the Woodward Sports pregame show. They're there in Clawson, as a matter of fact. East 14 Mile. Sunday morning, right? You want to get right after the game. You're up late watching Hawaii football. Slide on through Sabbath Coffee Roasters. East 14 Mile there in Clawson. You can get right. And, hey, they got the coffee subscription thing, by the way. Go to their website. You can get Sabbath coffee delivered right to your house, and then you don't even have to roll out, everybody. You can do it. It's right there in Clawson, but stop on by anyway. Tell them Woodward Sports sent you, as a matter of fact. Shout out Sabbath Coffee Roasters, everyone.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
A network for the city, by the city. Woodward Sports is Detroit Sports.
Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer, is kicking off the game with the best prices on all cars, trucks, and SUVs, like this 2024 Silverado for just $296 a month, or this 2025 Equinox for as low as $371 a month. Our locations in Novi, Highland, New Hudson, Livonia, and Lansing means we have the perfect Chevy right in your backyard. Get the home team advantage every day at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
It's the New Holland Brewing Company Lions pregame watch party. Every Lions home game live from Second Best Bar, Detroit. Enjoy the pregame hype with a live broadcast every week with Woodward Sports personalities like Neil Rule, Sean Belegian, and the Heavyweights. Brought to you in part by Sabbath Coffee and Les Stanford Automotive. Great drinks like Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, Tangerine Space Machine, Taller Long Drink, great environment, and even better food. It's the New Holland Brewing Company Lions pregame watch party live from Second Best Bar, Detroit. Brought to you in part by Sabbath Coffee Roasters and Les Stanford Automotive. Come get some.
All right, everybody, final segment of the pregame show. New Holland Brewing Company. Shout out west side of the state. Woodward Sports pregame show brought to you by Sabbath Coffee Roasters. Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey. When it's game time, it's Tully time. Neil Rule, Sean Belegian, Pete Spivak, the legend. Pound for pound, the best champion at Woodward Sports, JB Smoove. I'll say it. The people in the chat are saying it. The Keys to Wisdom said, JB Smoove, JB Smoove. JB Smoove.
Oh, I appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys.
You know, and honestly, you guys, just a great vibe out here at Hayes Social as well. I mean, just cool people that work here. Smiles from the waitresses. Imagine, like, wow, having fun at work. Who knew, right?
We never
great
get
vibe.
that. Thing?
Come out here, hang out, enjoy yourself.
The Keys to Wisdom. JB Smoove started that last watch party solidly, then Drunk Easy came along and took a crap on the show. Hey, JB Smoove can only count for JB Smoove. That is it, everybody. Okay. Oh, hey, we got to do the way back machine, right?
Oh yeah.
I forgot all about that. As a matter.
Can we skip that tonight?
All right. Guys,
I'm feeling really good right now, okay?
I know
and
you are.
You're about to piss me off.
Sean, I'm sorry. But here's the deal. I'm going to take you back to 2012. Lions, Texans. And Sean, JB Smoove, is playing the clips right now. A lot of us remember it. This was a very, very grim time.
This is just
in our
pain.
lives. November 22nd, 2012. The Texans beat the Lions 34-31. You were in the building, as a matter of fact. This was a classic. By the way, when people came up with the name Stat Padford, the Texans won this one 34-31. Matt Stafford went for 441 and 2 touchdowns. That wasn't enough. They still lost. The play you're seeing here right now, as a matter of fact, Sean Belizean.
Did it anyway. That was my issue. And you guys, like, seriously, like, being in the press conference, I'm going to read, quote, overreacted when he threw a challenge flag after game officials failed to rule Justin Forsett down. Quote, I was so mad they didn't call him down. I had the flag out of my pocket before he even scored. I overreacted, and it cost us a touchdown. I will never forget being in that room, and you've been in that room.
Yeah.
I will never forget being in that room, and everybody kind of stopped for a second. Like, did you hear what he just said? And one of the writers, I don't want to misspeak, but there was like this silence. Like, he just admitted, okay, I knew I was giving away a free touchdown, but I did it anyway. And one of the guys, and it was almost like a child, like saying, can I please have some more candy on Halloween? Going, you knew that you were going to give them a touchdown? So again, dumb rule, yes. Missed call, yes. All of those things. Jim Schwartz this goes back to the Pete Spivak lesson we learned earlier. Jim Schwartz has nobody to blame but Jim Schwartz for that play. Nobody to blame but himself. And what infuriated me was people yelling about it afterwards. It was like, if Jim Schwartz just went like this and waited 5 seconds,
they would have reviewed it?
They would have reviewed it and it would have been called back.
Well, Sean, a lot of people are like you right now. Just that look on your face right there. Over the text, when I texted you and JB Smoom, said, hey, this is what I'm going to run back. You know, this is what I'm going to run tonight for the Lions flashback. And by the way, if you're new to the Woodward Sports pregame show, this is something we do. I take a look back to a game. And that is a game. But the reason I do it, Sean, and a lot of people like you were pissed legit on a text before we even saw each other. In the chat right now, IT Hips, I don't want to bring up bad memories. Eric Allen, I hate you for playing this.
Right.
Patrick, oh, damn, I do remember this. D's 411, don't jinx the Lions. Here's the deal, guys. The reason that I run these types of things back is because you're going to feel that pain. You're going to feel that pain tonight. Tonight you're going to feel that pain. The same way they had never beat the Nashville Titans.
Tennessee, yeah.
The same way that they had never beat the Titans before is the same way I run this tonight. You're going to feel that. You're going to feel these years. All of you. Not just Texan fans, not just Vikings fans, all of you. The entire league, you're going to feel this pain because tonight the show goes on. The train rolls into town. And that's how it's going to go down, everybody. Tonight, without Taylor Decker, so what? No Zadarius Smith, so what? The show goes on. The show goes on.
This was a different franchise then, to your point, Neil. This was a different franchise then. And I remember watching that, and I think as I look back, the Lions were 4-6 in that game. And I remember thinking to myself before that game started, we win. We go to 5-6.
Yeah, you start doing that game.
Maybe, you know what? Maybe we go 4-1 down the stretch, go 9-7 and get in the playoff. You knew, I swear to God, the worst thing about that to me is I knew driving home that day from Ford Field, the Lions weren't going to win again. I knew it. You knew it. Whether you wanted to admit it or not, you knew it as well. You knew there was no way they were going to win, and they didn't. A magical season from the year before that saw them go 10-6 and get in the playoff and finally clinch a playoff win, not back in, but beat the crap out of the Chargers on Christmas Eve, all went away. In one moment, in one stupid moment, and 4-6 became 4-12. And all of a sudden, Jim Schwartz was on the clock. And it was just a matter of time before he was out of here, another failed coach.
EFOG 3. Now it's payback tonight, boys. And EFOG, thank you. The chat always does the job for me. They just don't miss. And that's where it is. The payback, you're going to feel our pain.
Oh, yeah.
All of you are going to feel our pain tonight, man. Make sure you stick around for the heavyweights. They'll be doing the watch party. Let the boy watch. We're doing it, though. Hey Social is packed. Hey Social is packed.
Yes, it is.
The show goes on, everybody. We are doing it. We're doing it. Charles McClain, Neil, how does a certain head referee who has a game tonight weigh in with this team? Lions under Campbell and Winovich as a head ref are 0-2.
Who cares?
You're going to feel our pain.
Who cares?
The show
care.
goes, I don't care.
I don't care.
I don't care. We're the better team.
They've
We're
proven
the
it.
better franchise.
They've shown it. I'm with you.
I don't give a shit who the referee is.
Over and over.
I don't care who their quarterback is. I don't care about any of that. If the Lions play well, they win.
Again, just keep going. I mean, it's Herb Brooks. I'm standing behind
Touch
the bench.
line.
Just again, over and over. Guys, they need to do this for us, but most importantly for them. Okay? All of our butt hurt, it's like studying the trees, the rings to find out how many years of how many rings of butt hurt you have, okay? They're making it all go away right now. And that's where we're at.
Got anything else?
Nope. Oh, final score. You want me to go first?
Yeah, go ahead.
31-21.
I don't give a shit about final scores. It's a pass-fail scenario. It's Neil Rule midterm right now, hanging by a thread. Pass-fail. That's it for Sean Belize, Pete Spivak, JB Smoot. Make sure you tap in. Don't go anywhere. The watch party's coming up next. We got Spenmo Racks. We got Easy. We ain't going nowhere. Woodward Sports shout-out. Hey, Social, by the way. Thanks for watching, everyone. Here we go. Well, see you later.